pressured in a motherfucker.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Sus Discuss, episode 1. You want to introduce yourself?
I am Chris.
Alright, and my name's Mike, but you can just call me Kaz.
Today's sponsors include, let's see, who's sponsoring us today?
Yeah.
Rab Vapes, Jim Beam, Red Stag, Straight Kentucky Bourbon, and the GW Zoo in Wynnewood, Oklahoma.
Alright, yeah. I think you nailed them all.
So speaking of the GW Zoo, I know you haven't seen Tiger King, but it's all the buzz.
Yeah, I have not.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run you through like the whole show, and then at the end you're just gonna be like, wow, this sounds like quality content, or no, I don't feel like fucking wasting my time doing this.
Alright, fair enough. Because I've been seeing it all over Twitter, and I want to know what the dealio is.
So do you know anything about it at all?
It's okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. It's about a guy who his name's Joe. His name's Joe Exotic, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Am I wrong that he ran for president at one time?
He did. And he also ran for the governor of Oklahoma.
Okay, I figured. And then, so obviously he has like a sanctuary where he has tigers, correct?
Yeah, it's a zoo, not a sanctuary. But to be honest, I don't really know the difference.
Okay.
Because we've got this bitch Carol, and she says she has a sanctuary, but it looks like a zoo too. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
All right, fair enough. I think that's all I know. I just know that he has a place where there's tigers in it, and people visit sometimes, right? I saw a picture of Shaq there, I think.
Yeah, people visit a lot of the time. Makes his money.
Yeah. All right. That's really all I know about this guy. I know there's a Netflix thing that he has.
Probably the wildest documentary I've ever seen.
Yeah, people are going nuts about it. We should also get to the fact that Michael Jordan's fucking whatever it is.
That documentary?
Yeah, that's coming out early. They're dropping it in a couple
because
days.
nobody has anything to fucking do.
Yeah, no one has anything to watch. So,
well, if you're looking for something to watch, highly, highly, highly recommend The Tiger King.
all right, yeah. So,
so let me start you from the beginning.
Yeah, hit me with this. Go ahead.
So once upon a time, there's a gun-toting, gay, mullet-wearing man in Oklahoma named Joe Exotic. Previously, Joe Schreibvogel. But, so he has this zoo, but all the animal rights people, they're all on his ass about the zoo and everything, how it's cruel for the tigers and shit like that.
Okay.
So he makes enemies with this particular woman named Carol Baskins, and she runs a sanctuary down in Tampa called Big Cat Rescue. So she has about 20 tigers, and she says her goal is to
release them back into the wild.
No, just provide them a good life until they die, which doesn't really make any sense, but it's all right. So they develop this feud.
Yep.
And she's trying to get him shut down in every way possible. I'm not going to do big spoilers for any of our valued listeners.
Correct.
I haven't seen the show.
Wait,
but
you haven't?
No, any of our valued listeners that haven't seen the show.
Correct.
So they get in this big feud, and Joe runs sting operations to her zoo, and she's calling PETA and sending 500 emails a day or whatever. And it ends up turning into a copyright lawsuit because Joe's using all these pictures online that belong to her, and she gets her lawyers involved and ends up suing him for $1 million.
That's a lot.
And her husband was who sent the suit, goes, "Oh, I was just expecting him to say that he was gonna stop using our name and we wouldn't have to actually go to court." But Joe files a countersuit against them.
Okay.
Well, you just gotta
what basis?
No, he's just trying to fight it, saying he didn't counterfeit. Do you know what Joe Exotic looks like?
I've seen it. He looks like. All right, this is gonna be mean, but does he not look like Merns' dad? Does he? Does he look like Randy?
Not really, because he's got a mustache. Here,
yeah.
I'll show you.
Let me see
you
this
a
guy.
picture.
Let me see this guy.
There's his mugshot.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Randy Burns.
He looks like somebody who would go too hard at a Kid Rock concert.
Yeah. He looks like...
Oh, did I
maybe
mention
what,
he
like-
has,
like
he has
when-
3 husbands. Or 2 husbands, but he's had 4 husbands.
Okay. So he kind of looks like if when Jeff Arnold had his mullet, if he just bleached it.
Yeah, he looks like
and kept the hair down.
he looks like Jeff Arnold in like 15 years. Shout out Jeff.
Shout out Jeff.
Don't get arrested at Walmart again, buddy. All right, so where was I with Carol?
They had the...
Yeah, the lawsuit. So
Lawsuit.
she ends up suing him for $1 million,
Yep.
and he takes her to court, ends up losing it, loses everything he has,
Damn.
and instead of giving her things, like he got a list of everything that she wanted. So the gun laws are pretty lax in Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
he takes all of his stuff that she wants and just brings it out in the middle of a field. I don't know if you know what tannerite is. It's
No.
this explosive that you only explodes if you shoot it with a high-powered round. So he goes out with his bed, like a bunch of furniture, his watch. He straps it to a tree, puts tannerite on it, and just starts blowing it up with an AK-47.
Because she wanted him to?
No, because she wanted his stuff. So he goes, you know what? You're not going to have my stuff. I'm just going to blow it up. So that happens. But then there's a whole subplot of Carol had this millionaire husband probably 20 years ago. And then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And there's so much evidence that just makes it look like Carol killed her husband. And she's like the villain of the show. But there's no one in the show that you really like.
Except Joe Exotic? Or do you not even like Joe Exotic?
At the end, they kind of show the bad things that Joe does, but I won't get into all that. So, I don't know, it's the craziest documentary I've ever seen.
I mean, overall, right now...
I did a pretty terrible job explaining it.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, overall, right now, from the way you make it sound, I'd probably give it a look, because I don't know. I feel like that's... So basically, she filed the lawsuit because what he was doing was promoting his zoo with her pictures, correct?
Yeah, but that's like a complete... There's so many... The documentary goes 50 different ways.
How
And
long is it?
7 episodes. Episodes are like 45 minutes. Watch the whole thing in one day. And then I watched it.
Jesus.
I've seen it 3 times.
Damn.
We started watching it with my dad last night.
Does Ken enjoy it?
Yeah, he just gets a kick out of how bizarre all these people are.
Well,
My big takeaway was that anyone who owns a tiger is a fucking weirdo. Like, they interview all these people.
well, to be fair, Mike Tyson had he had at least one, and and I've seen him wrestle.
Shaq had tigers.
Who?
Shaq.
Did he?
Yeah, he bought one off Joe Exotic.
Okay.
But, like, they interview all these people. There's one guy who, like, runs a cult in North Carolina, like a tiger cult. There's one guy who owns a zoo in Miami. He's the influence for Scarface. He got 100 years in jail for drug trafficking. And
He was Scarface.
yeah, but he only ended up getting 12 years.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But and then Carol and her husband. You've seen the meme of the guy on the leash, right?
No.
Oh my
You
God.
want to pop that up for me?
All right.
I mean, overall, it seems like we should not be a fan of Karen.
Carol.
Carol.
All right. So check this out.
Dude, you have so much pirates booty in this trash can.
I know. I'm a big booty guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So this is their wedding. And as you can see, he's on a leash in a tiger skin costume.
so that's the guy she married.
Yeah.
So
That was her husband after her millionaire husband disappeared.
So they do like dominatrix stuff, from what it looks like.
They probably get kinky.
If
They didn't get into that in the documentary.
yeah. So I mean, if you haven't seen this picture, it was basically a guy in like a cheetah print Fred Flintstone.
No, you can probably figure out how
I
to
can
throw it up in post.
You know what? I'll throw it up right now. As you can see, he's got like a Fred Flintstone type of.
Oh, I've always wanted to do this, like in YouTube, where they go, "It's right." Oh, it's right.
It's
There.
You want me? I'll put it right there.
It's right.
All right.
There.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, you can see he's got like a Fred Flintstone type overall deal going on, and she's got him on a leash around the neck, and she's in a nice bridal dress.
Yeah, but the takeaway is all these people are fucking weirdos. Like, I feel like you have to be somewhat psychotic to own an 800-pound animal that could probably kill 400 pounds. I don't know. The weight of the tigers really wasn't specified because they got ligers and then they've got ligers and they got tie-ins and they've got all these hybrids. The ligers can grow to be 12 feet long and 950 pounds. The one guy has the largest cat in the world at his zoo. And then you've got, so after Joe gets in all this legal trouble, he's got no money.
Mm-hmm.
And then this rich guy named Jeff Lowe comes in. But turns out Jeff Lowe's the biggest scumbag on earth. And turns out, like, he's fake rich. Like, he has a mansion in Las Vegas. Turns out that's leased. And he drives around his Ferrari with tigers in it. But he's behind on his Ferrari payments.
Okay.
Excuse me. So, and then the whole thing ends up in a murder for hire plot at the end.
Who's trying to murder who? Carol?
Joe Exotic hired someone to kill Carol, and the thing is just so bizarre.
Oh, God, did he get caught? Is Joe Exotic in jail right now?
Spoiler alert, but Joe Exotic is in jail right now. But although you kind of find that out at the beginning, because they're like collection calls from jail.
Jeez. All right, rough one for Joe Exotic then. But I mean, the way you described it, I'd probably give it a nice watch. I'd give it a watch. I mean, simply just based on the fact that it's a documentary about the life of a guy.
It's not about tigers whatsoever. The tigers are the biggest side hoe I've ever seen in that.
They're just like they're a little side piece in the story, like a sub of a subplot.
Pretty much.
Like, all right. So what we're getting at is it's just basically about the guy Joe Exotic and his life as an odd guy who raises tigers and then gets in some beef with another crazy lady in Tampa who raises tigers, and it becomes a big ordeal by way of law.
Mm-hmm. It's just a big feud over bizarre tiger people.
So this is 7 episodes on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Go check it out.
All right, man.
All right.
Sounds a little groovy.
Yeah, so that's been what I've been doing over quarantine because quarantine is pretty boring.
I'll tell you what, quarantine is so bad right now. Literally the only thing I'm watching, and this is by way of force, not way of choice, the only thing I'm watching right now is CNN because my father will not turn it off.
Oh, you got like some Anderson Cooper bumping at 6 o'clock every day.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. The only interesting thing I've seen so far is the fact that Chris Cuomo literally turned from like a colorful, lively guy, and then he got coronavirus yesterday. And when he did his show yesterday, he looked terrible. I mean, no disrespect to you, Chris Cuomo. You obviously, from what I hear, a good guy, good-looking guy, built well. But you did not look good yesterday. You looked a little sickly, but you know what? You'll get through it.
Yeah, at my house, we've always got the Fox News on.
Yeah.
But that's why we've got the TV down here.
Yeah, I have nothing wrong with Fox News. I don't really have, like, a preference. I'll watch it. Doesn't really matter. I don't really care.
Mm. So you've been watching anything on Netflix or anything like that?
No. If I get TV time, not really, because I don't get TV time right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I do, it's just like reruns of The Office, which is pretty, basic.
Let's see.
Mad
I've been
basic.
watching a lot of stuff. Let me just run you through the list.
Yeah, hit me with
this.
Hit me with this.
Barstool does a podcast, Lights Camera Pod. It's all about movies.
Yeah.
And they do a live stream on YouTube where you can watch movies with them, and you like set your timer to what they're watching, and you get to like react with them and stuff in the chat.
Oh wait, real quick. Speaking of Barstool, have you been watching Marty Mush's Over Unders?
Mm-mm.
I've seen.
There's like trick shots on his the ping pong. Yeah, yesterday he made it in 57 tries in the one in the Natty Light can.
He's always I think all tries he's been on the under.
What was his over under for the Natty Light can?
Oh, that was the one where he had to bounce it off both pots and then into the can that was hooked on his door, right?
Yeah.
He got it in the under. I don't remember what it was.
Well, he got it in 57 tries. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, my mic is bugging out. Oh, there we go.
All right. Yeah. I mean, but go on. Continue.
So I watched all of The Dark Knight, which is my favorite movie of all time.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Dark Knight?
No.
I watched it
seen
16 times.
Yeah.
And it's 2.5 hours, so you do the math. 16
32,
times
35?
2.
35?
No, 16 times
No,
2.
38?
And then you have to do 16 times a half.
Half. Oh, so
38 out.
40.
Oh, yeah, 40 hours.
40 hours.
Of my life has just been spent watching The Dark Knight.
This guy right here with the math.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a big superhero guy.
The thing
is that what it's about?
No, it's so like I don't like comic book movies. I've watched like one Avengers movie. I'm not a fan of the Avengers. I know people go crazy for that.
Well, yeah. Do you remember Endgame? I thought
I've
that's
never
the only thing
seen
I heard.
Endgame. All I saw was the memes.
I've never seen Endgame.
All I saw was the Thanos guy and Ant-Man went up his butt or something.
No, I've seen the ending where Thanos is like, "You can never destroy me," and then Robert Downey Jr. literally like sacrifices himself and like sends a spear through him.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm not feeling very well, Mr. Stark," or whatever. Like those are the only. I only know the movie from the memes, but it's so good. It doesn't even. It's a masterpiece. It's not even a comic book movie. Like,
is that the poster for it?
Yeah,
Right
the
there?
Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. R.I.P. Best comic book villain of all time. I'll give him that. And Christian Bale, and then all the Gary Oldman's in it.
Correct.
I mean, everybody just does a sick job. A second to that would be Dark Knight Rises, but I mean, it's just The Dark Knight's just an all-time classic. So we've got that down. Oh, I watched Pete Davidson's stand-up the other day. That's
gotta be good.
It was
right?
pretty fun. He was just throwing mad shade at Ariana Grande.
That guy's a monster. He's so good. He's so good.
And I watched. He came out with a movie on Hulu, Big Time Adolescence.
Yeah, how's that?
I watched it twice. It was pretty good.
Good.
It's like a movie about kids in high school. Like we would like it, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Fits us.
I'm trying to even think of how much I watched. I've watched, dude, because quarantine has felt like it's lasted a year, and we've been in here for like, what, 3 weeks maybe?
No,
2 weeks?
Yeah. First of all, quarantine, you suck. COVID-19, you blow.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
COVID.
you blow chunks. Simply based on the fact that every day feels like, I don't know, like I've been sitting in my house for a month.
Mm-hmm. I've decided that I'm only going to leave my house twice every week to try to flatten the curve because I'm trying to go back to school.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I was being mad ignorant before and just going out every day. I'm like, ooh, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I realized that...
Yeah, now it's getting bad.
Yeah, I can play my part.
Like, I literally remember when we were in school, like, 3 weeks ago, they had 2 cases, like, in, like, Rochester.
The one case in Rochester, that's what got everybody worried.
Yeah, and then
it just exploded.
Yeah, and then, like, 8 people got it here, and they were like, oh, no. Like, they shut it down. It was, yeah. But again, quarantine, you do blow.
Oh, I watched Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
How is
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, I heard it's phenomenal.
It's very good. Probably third best Tarantino movie. Because Pulp Fiction's obviously my number 1, and I'll go Kill Bill. Kill Bill Volume 1, not the second one. Get out of here, the second one.
Is the second one where she, like, karate chops him to death, or is that the first one?
That's the second one. The first one's more of just, like, the origin stuff.
Yeah.
But Pulp Fiction's all-time favorite. I'd say that's probably my 3rd or 4th favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, Tarantino, we love you, but, like, you can't karate chop
Yeah, why you got you didn't know about his foot fetish?
I did.
There's so much feet in all of his movies.
I heard
he
likes feet.
The one scene in the movie theater in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Margot Robbie is just watching her own movie because she's playing Sharon Tate, and her feet are just, like, up on, like...
Oh, like, is she, like...
They're, like, up.
She's like
they're
that.
up like this on the movie seat, and her feet are so... Sorry for
like
our viewers.
Yeah, it's
and
okay.
her feet are, like, there's
fungi?
dirt on them. Like, on her feet. It was mad gross.
She's got, like, fungi feet.
Yeah, but, like, Margot Robbie, I'd let you ruin my life if you're watching this.
No, yeah. For sure. If you ever watch this, we'd like you to be a guest as well.
Please call in.
Yeah.
We don't mind that you're... Is she from Australia?
No.
She's definitely Australian. Australia is not real, but I feel like that's gonna be an entire other episode.
Let's see. If she's Australian,
Australian actress, right there.
it's confirmed. Margot Robbie is Australian.
Yeah, which doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're big on that. And a couple months ago, I talked to an Australian who actually got very heated when I brought up whether or not they lived in a real place or not.
Well, I'll just give him a quick rundown now while we got time.
Yeah.
So basically...
Yeah, your theory is like it's just land. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's airtight. There's no holes in my theory.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
Australia was originally founded as a penal colony by the British Empire. So they were like, damn, we got too many people in these prisons. Like, we're going to have to, like, move them somewhere. Otherwise, they're just going to start, like, eating each other. So they bought an entire continent just to put people on. And they spent, like, the equivalent to, like, I want to say, like, $1.5 billion of today's money on a continent. Why would you do that? Makes no sense. My theory is they took the boat, middle of the Indian Ocean, and they just sunk it.
Okay.
With all the prisoners on it, and then now they just keep the theory of Australia going before. And you know those bushfires?
Yeah.
So Australia is actually an island off the coast of Chile. So they set fire to that island, and then they got a bunch of money from it. And then that's how they've been funding their lavish British lifestyles.
Okay. Got it. All right. It's
But
actually
we can get more in-depth into conspiracy theories in the next episode.
correct. I know. Well, yeah. Well, I know Australia. Like everyone lives on the outskirts because isn't the middle like literally just a big?
The middle's just a bunch of like
It's like a
snakes
death
and
swamp.
yeah,
It's like a big death swamp.
there's just like poisonous snakes every 5 feet you walk.
Yep.
Um,
That's why I know no one lives in the middle.
and I think it's just is it a swamp or a desert? I feel like it's pretty arid.
It probably is. Well, when you think about places that are weird, you want to go into Mongolia. Mongolia is literally a cold desert.
Yeah, but so is Antarctica. Antarctica is a desert. Well, it's a
Yeah, but-
tundra, and a tundra is just a frozen desert.
Yeah, but do they have like a population of any kind?
Well, you got Greenland.
That's
Or, you know,
different.
Greenland's the North Pole. Is
It's
Antarctica
north.
the South Pole or the North
South.
Pole? Okay. So
Yeah.
the North Pole is Greenland. I don't think anything lives in Antarctica, except the Nazis. When they went there and they did some
They had to
drilling.
flee. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that's where Hitler is. He froze himself.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, we're getting into like Alex Jones territory here. We gotta step out of here for a second.
We might have to back off of this because this is all him. I mean, if we want to make this a nice little transition here, I mean, what? I did see that Antarctica had like its warmest day on record very recently. Like it was like 60 degrees or something.
So the ice caps are melting or whatever.
Yeah, you know what? I asked Culkin about it, and he was like, "Why should I care about the environment? I'm gonna die anyway."
And that's true. We're not gonna live. Probably
Yeah.
our grandchildren are gonna see the end of the world, so they're fucked.
That's messed. They're all gonna like burn alive, basically, right?
Nah, we'll probably colonize Mars by then. Another
Yeah.
good movie, The Martian.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Martian?
Never seen it. I've never seen a lot of movies that I've heard are fantastic, like very well done movies. Wait, was it it Channing Tatum?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Boston Street Tough.
Mm-hmm.
Who turned into?
Yeah, I'm wicked smart.
Not wicked smart. I turned into an astronaut. Yeah.
Wicked smart.
and
You
then
ever
he-
seen? Well, you seen Good Will Hunting? Come on,
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't like.
it's a great movie.
Yeah, you're a big like. You're all over that stuff. I'm just not.
Well, because I don't have anything to do. I don't know what you do in your free time. What do you do if you don't watch stuff?
I
If you
don't
don't
know.
consume media, what do you do?
I usually just watch other stuff besides like movies. But speaking of Boston, are the Patriots donezo? Is it the
we're
Buffalo Bills time to take over the AFC East?
We're putting a cap in their ass twice this year.
I mean,
Who they got? Brian Hoyer? Is Brian Hoyer going to mess us up?
Jarrett Stidham. That's what I hear.
We're going to win out our entire division. We might have like our bullshit loss to the Dolphins.
We're going to have one. I mean, we lost to the Jets last year, like our last game.
Oh, yeah, but then we had... Who do we have in at quarterback?
We put in Matt Barkley.
I'm blanking. Yeah, Barkley.
Yeah, we put in Matt Barkley.
Yeah, I went to that game. That was the worst bowl game I've ever been to.
Yeah.
The tailgate was 20 times more fun than the game.
Yeah.
We stood in the freezing cold rain. Yarmus got thrown through a table. That was pretty dope. And we stood next to this belligerent Canadian man who was just there by himself. And he just taps me and Mike on the shoulder and goes, hey, check this out. And he goes, want to see something cool? We go, oh, okay. And he goes, I call this one the loud clap. And he just fucking... like that. He just cupped his hands and said it was the loud clap.
Like that.
And the guy disappeared after what? Maybe the second quarter. No idea where he went. He probably wasn't even sitting with us.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah.
That game sucked, but everyone was just really pumped about the playoff.
Yeah. But right now, I'm pretty sure we have the odds to win the AFC East, considering what we have right now in Josh Allen, who it does look like he is on the come up.
He's coming in, and he's got Diggs.
We just had
Diggs is
Stephon Diggs.
Nasty.
We have Beasley,
Josh Norman,
and John Brown,
and Josh Norman in the back in the secondary.
Our secondary is already stacked to begin with, and we had Josh Norman.
Although big loss with Shaq Lawson.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Dolphins are kind of scaring me right now, but at the same time, they're the Dolphins.
Yeah, and you got to remember what Fitzpatrick's streak has been. What Fitzpatrick does is he usually goes to a place, he kills it for the whole season or about half the season, and then he dies out the next season and he becomes a backup or they just trade him.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that trend continues and Fitzpatrick kind of just blows next season. I think they'll probably still keep him simply for the fact that they're probably going to get Tua Tagovailoa coming in.
Tua.
Yeah, they're probably going to get Tua.
I feel like he's a bust. He's definitely a bust.
Well, what? Did you see the training video yet?
Florida issues stay-at-home order following mounting pressure. Wow, one of the most Republican states in the country is doing a stay-at-home. That means Governor Homo. Wait, do we have a stay-at-home right now? Did he issue it? Oh shit.
I think so. I mean, obviously, sus discuss. We're bringing you the best news on the planet here. I mean, Florida just had a stay-at-home order while we were here.
Shout out Twitter News.
News.
Jake said, let's go ghost hunting today. Hey, Jake, if you're listening, just got your text.
That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah, he texted me at 4 a.m. asking me to go ghost hunting.
Why don't we just call up Jake and see what he's doing right now? Let's get
All right, we're gonna give Jake a nice little FaceTime call here, see what's going on. Connecting, sus discuss. Shout out Jake Skidmore.
Yeah, Jake, you're on the podcast.
You're on the podcast, baby girl.
Well, this is the U.S. Navy. What's going on?
What's up, my guy?
I've never been invited to the podcast.
Dude, you gotta check out our setup. It's wild.
The setup, it's beauty, straight up beauty.
Oh yeah, you guys do.
Yeah, baby
Yeah,
girl.
We're recording right now, and we're broadcast.
Yeah, and we're
You guys
broadcast.
chopping it up about.
Well, you just texted me about ghost hunting, so.
Yeah, we want to know what your plans are.
You know, I was really just hoping to bounce it off both of you guys.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling deli, but Joe Fish doesn't have a car.
Wait, he doesn't have his car?
No, he drives his parents' car.
You would think his parents would let him take the Jenny to Delaware?
Genesis to the middle of nowhere? Probably not.
I don't know. I feel like they would.
I mean, I'm down. Although Cole has to be home by 9 o'clock. Yeah, the kid's 19 years old.
Yeah,
almost 19, and his mom makes him.
I feel like we gotta bring something that's gonna, attract you guys. So.
That's true.
Good rest. Yeah, because
I wanna go to that one house.
last time was a dud.
In Olean?
Yeah, that was not.
Last time was
What
a
about that one
dud.
house? What is it called? Hill House.
Hinsdale House, boy.
Hinsdale House in Olean.
Scary.
It's closed
You
now.
guys give them a call.
It's closed now.
I'm not
because
giving
of the
them a
virus.
call.
Oh,
I'll give them a
God,
call when the
kidding.
timing is right. Like when it's summer.
What about the terminal?
That's also closed.
We occasionally go ghost hunting. occasionally.
We're amateur ghost hunters.
Yeah, that's very true. Although we
I
did.
wouldn't say amateur. I'd say semi-pro.
All right, that's
All right,
fair.
Jake, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thank
Alright, okay.
You're the
Call
first.
me later.
You're the first guest ever on the podcast.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look forward to being on the podcast again.
Many more times.
Well, maybe you can listen when we're done with this too.
Bring you in on
Alright,
Skype
tell me
or
what it's
something.
called.
Sus discuss
It's called the Sus Discuss.
So let's discuss on what?
on anything we want to talk about. Literally anything. we
No,
want
no, like probably Spotify, SoundCloud,
Stitcher,
YouTube.
YouTube. I'm
We'll
literally
throw the
going to put
clips
this
up
up
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube today.
I swear. I'll go hop on Spotify right
You
now.
honestly by the camera?
Yeah.
I probably won't even focus.
You got to put it up there.
It's not gonna focus.
It's not going to focus. Oh, wait.
Uh,
There it goes.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, just say peace. My arm's getting tired.
Peace.
Peace.
all right.
So, possible ghost hunting today.
Yeah, like I'm just like I'm scared.
I know it's really like not a good thing to do, and people advise against it, and it's ill advised because we could be spreading more throughout the community. But I need to
yeah,
get.
but we're going out at night though. The coronavirus I heard is not nocturnal. Germs need to sleep too, right? They're living beings.
Are they?
Yeah, germs are living. They're little microscopic things. I bet you they sleep.
Meech would beg to differ. Meech would definitely beg to differ about that.
No, that's my theory that germs go to sleep.
Do they?
Yeah, you can't get sick at night.
Yeah, if people want to say germs are real and they're living, then they definitely go to sleep. They
Mhm.
definitely take a nice off day.
That's my hot take of the day. You can't get sick at night.
Germs going to sleep. I
I'll
mean,
test it out tonight.
what else kind of grinds your gears, my guy?
Oh, we're doing pick a bone.
Yeah. What else picks your bone?
Okay, so picking a bone, we got Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy, but on my YouTube page, it's like every single person's doing a fucking video with Dr. Anthony Fauci, and like if I wanted to see that, I just turn on the news, stop clogging my feed, you know?
Well, that guy's really not getting any sleep. Like, what? He sometimes does the press briefings with Trump.
Yeah, and he's so
Right?
tiny. He's so
Dude,
tiny.
he's
and
so.
Trump
Oh
stands
my,
right in front
you know
of
what
him.
I said to my dad? I go, he looks so cute up there.
Mhm.
Dude, his head. It was like this. It was like that, and he was like talking to the mic, dude.
I feel like Trump's pretty. Well, how tall is Trump? Like 6'3"?
Trump is actually pretty tall. I'd say Trump is probably like 6'2", 6'3".
All right, why don't we take bets? All right, over under 6'3".
No, it should be over under 6'2.5".
Okay, 6'2.5".
All right, so
I'm gonna take the over.
I'm gonna take the under. All right, so let's look up Donald
Why don't you just look up Trump height?
Trump height.
Oh, I hit it.
Did you?
I hit 6'3". I saw 6'3" somewhere. Dude,
Hold on,
what is going
we're-
on with the search engine?
Oh, Donald Trump's physical exam 2019.
243 pounds.
Trump's a big guy.
Trump is chonk.
Trump is a little, but so he had a blood pressure of 118.
We don't care about this. We just want to look at the height.
His cholesterol was down.
Oh my God, get to the height.
6'3".
Nice.
And he has a BMI of 29.9.
I'm sorry, Mr. Townsend. I don't remember what's a good BMI.
It says he's under the level of obese, but does that 29.9 not kind of worry you? And the fact that it's 30 and he came in at 29.9.
Yeah,
That
so
seems a little staged.
so he's damn near obese.
Well, yeah, didn't he attack people for drinking Diet Coke?
Yeah, didn't he drink like 6 Diet Cokes?
Dude, there was something I heard where he was going after people for drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah, but haven't you ever seen like the BuzzFeed video where they like eat like Trump for a day and they drink like Diet Coke? Or no, that was Warren Buffett, I think. It might be Trump. I don't know. All these eccentric old men are always drinking Diet Coke.
Oh wait, I want to get your take on this. Do you like Pence?
I don't know. I don't really
I
have a
don't-
political
I don't
opinion.
have political views, but
I feel like my opinion just I'm too young for it to be educated yet, you know? Because people that are like super left or super right, I just look at as like
my CPU.
really ignorant.
I
We don't want to get into the political talk.
No,
because
we
that's
don't.
another thing that grinds my gears.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Especially in school, like just shut up.
Do you have
dude.
those family gatherings where it's around the time where people are supposed to vote, and your family members or relatives won't shut up about it?
Nah, but I've had like backyard barbecue arguments over like what we should do with like Catholic charities and stuff like that. My grandma went off on my uncle one time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Catholic Church is a straight up debacle right now, especially here.
Oh, another good thing if you want to learn about that, there's a good
60 Minutes thing
on
here,
Netflix.
right?
It's called Keepers.
I watched it.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Watched it. Very good.
Great.
Keepers.
That's a great
Very
doc.
good.
It wasn't like wild. Like let's see what else. Have you seen Don't Fuck with Cats?
No, but I heard it's literally just
It's
like
insane.
A guy who banged his cat.
No, he didn't fuck it. He put 2 kittens in a vacuum bag, and then he posted the video on the internet. It's all about these people hunting him down, but it gets insanely twisted.
Yeah, I heard about that. I know Keepers is so good because of the uncertainty around it.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so many questions around it that you're like...
I watched it so long ago, I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was like... I'm not even going to spoil it, but go watch Keepers. There was so much uncertainty about it. That's why it was so good. Like, that's why it was very, very good. Very good.
All right, what else is
Serious.
grinding our gears during this time of quarantine?
No sports. No sports is killing me right
Yeah,
now.
especially since we got right into gambling and
Literally anything. Anything is just
those
killing me.
Russian ping pong games are really hitting. Wait, are there even sports on the site right now?
Table tennis sucks, by the way, everybody. It's literally a toss-up who can win and who can lose. Odds don't mean squat in table tennis.
I haven't logged into this site in like a week.
Yeah, me
Sam,
neither.
if you're listening, thanks for being our bookie.
I took a break.
Mm-hmm.
I took a leave
I'm
of
sitting
absence.
at -18. Oh, you can bet on Madden tournaments, 2K tournaments.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, that's on ESPN soon, right?
Oh, we got cricket going on somehow.
No, I'm not watching.
Darts championship, the hot dog eating contest. You can bet on American Idol, Masked Singer, and Survivor. And the spelling bees will probably get canceled.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
moral of the story is, if you like sports, life's pretty boring for you right now.
Yeah, the only thing you could do if you like sports right now is do what we're doing right now, which is a podcast, is talking about what your takes are and like what's gonna happen in certain sports,
Very
like
true.
like NFL. I
How
mean,
long are we gonna let this run? We're at 38 minutes, damn near.
we're at 37-17. I mean, I don't care. I was just gonna let this keep flowing. I mean, I was literally gonna talk about how jacked Cam Newton is. Have you seen his
Cam Newton's
videos?
on a revenge tour. Since the Panthers dropped him, he's literally on a revenge tour. He's
Bro,
motivated by that. He's a scary man.
He looks so good right now.
No homo.
Yeah.
Cam
But-
Newton, I never really liked you. I never really liked him.
You didn't?
Nah, he's just like too cocky. I know you have to be cocky to be a quarterback, but at the same time, he's like he had like what prime of his career is 3 good years where he took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And
but
then
it was after
The
he didn't drop
legendary
down for the
fumble.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's-
That's where his prime really just dropped right there.
Yeah, that's what I heard. After he didn't pick up or go after the fumble, he just kind of fell off the map. But I think he's coming back. I don't know. I mean, landing spots wise, I hear the Chargers, but
With Tyrod? Tyrod's on the Chargers. You know that?
But they said,
Oh, he changed his name to Tyrod, not Tyrod.
oh, it's Tyrod.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Tuhrod.
I know the Chargers would be a great spot for him, considering they need like a veteran. I'm not saying Tyrod isn't.
They lost
isn't
Phil the Thrill.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't know why. Listen,
Christ, the Pete. You ever seen that video where
No.
he's swearing?
oh yeah, when he's going that. Well,
Or when he's chirping that guy?
yeah,
when he's on top of
he
him?
doesn't swear, right?
Yeah, that was the weirdest video I've ever
Yeah,
watched.
he doesn't swear when he chirps. Because
Christ,
he has
Pete.
9 kids at home, so he has to watch his mouth.
That pull-out game is not strong. with
Not
Phil
strong
Rivers.
at all. Not it's terrible. The only problem is obviously, if you're a fan of the Colts, you probably got to be happy that a veteran like him is coming in there. But, I mean, if you've watched him recently, it looks like he's struggling to throw, at all. I heard from one source that...
He's old. He's old as dirt.
Yeah, I heard from one source that he's literally grunting trying to throw, 8-yard slants. But...
Davion Clowney's asking price drops to closer to $17 million, more than $20 million.
Speaking of a guy who...
Buffalo Bills, if you're listening. We
Yeah,
don't have
get
a lot
Jadeveon
isn't our
Clowney.
cap space only $18 million now?
Yeah, but do you not think we have as much as we need?
No, because we lost Shaq Lawson. We need an edge
We're-
rusher, but we're going to draft an edge rusher. The one guy from Iowa was pretty good. The guy with the Hispanic-sounding name.
Yeah.
But also, I think we need one more core receiver, and we need a linebacker because Lorenzo left. If you fill in those
Yeah,
gaps,
Lorenzo did leave.
it would be ridiculous.
So-
We still got Hauschka? Is Hauschka still kicking for us?
Yeah, he was really good 2 years ago, but he kind of dropped off last year. Did not have as great of a year as he did 2 years ago. He was
He was House Money. That's where I was born. House Money.
yeah, he was disgustingly good.
But all that matters was that he was better than Cairo Santos in that one Titans game. You remember that when he missed 4 field goals?
Dude, do you remember when we played the Jets earlier this
Cairo
season?
Santos.
And they had that Vivek guy, and he was
the black dude.
dude,
he was an African
kicking
rugby
balls.
player.
He was kicking balls, and they were just going they weren't spinning like this. They were spinning like this.
Yeah. Well, it's the Jets. We don't feel bad.
No,
I feel like the Titans games. We don't play the Titans this year, do we?
probably not.
We
But
have
you
the-
say you
we
would.
have the
You,
Chiefs at home. That's gonna be a good. I want to go. I want to come home for that and go to that game.
yeah, that'll be a good game. That'll be a phenomenal game, specifically for the fact that it'll give us a good matching point on where we are within the league.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a learning experience, win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do lose by a touchdown, it'll be a statement loss.
Correct.
It'd be like that one Patriots loss we had. It was a statement loss.
Correct. Moving on to something else. Do you think Jameis is going to land anywhere? I think he'll be a
XFL.
backup. He should go to the XFL.
He'd be electric in the XFL.
And the XFL needs him.
Did you hear he got eye surgery?
Yeah, he got LASIK.
He's always going like this. Jameis Winston.
Apparently, he's all they say it could benefit him, but you can't. Dude, literally, if you go 30-30, if you throw 30 TDs but also throw 30 interceptions, there is something wrong. And hopefully LASIK fixes
It's a classic
it.
Jameis stat line. It's almost as bad as Josh Rosen. He'd win games with
That's a guy who needs to go to the XFL.
with 80 yards, and then he would just hand dump it to his running back the entire time. He'd be 5 for 13 with 80 yards and somehow win a game.
No, but what I'm saying, Josh Rosen is a guy who needs to go to the XFL because no other NFL team is going to give him anything.
I just thought it was hilarious how they drafted him and they brought in Kyler the year after.
Did
and
you
they just got rid of him.
Yeah, did you hear what they said? 5 minutes before the draft, apparently Cliff was just like, "Hey, bud," he's like, "We're gonna go with Kyler," and he was just like, "I don't know what to do." and then he got the offer from the Dolphins that obviously probably isn't gonna work out. From the fact that the Dolphins are trying, apparently, according to sources, the Dolphins are trying very hard to go after the number 1 pick and get Cincinnati out of the first spot. But if you're Cincinnati, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that?
Although the rumors are, the one thing that Joe Burrow said where he's like, I don't really want to go to the Bengals.
Yeah, but because they also don't have an indoor practice facility in Cincinnati,
That's true.
a place where it's quite cold.
I feel like they're both even as just straight up shitty teams, but I'd rather live in Miami than Cincinnati.
Yeah, and
Although he's an Ohio kid though. That's the thing.
yeah, which
Does that play a part in it?
Yeah, because the Cincinnati fan base is pulling for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I don't think Andy Dalton's bad by any stretch, but there's so much inconsistency right now within that franchise. They need a fresh face. They need a good start.
They've just been mediocre for so many years.
And they can ship Andy off.
And then now that the Ravens are good in their division, it used to just be them and the Steelers, and the Ravens would be nipping at their ass. But now the Ravens just have complete control. Have you seen Big Ben lately?
He looks phenomenal with his beautiful beard.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
he's actually
He looks
working.
like a divorced dad.
Yeah, he does, but he looks like he's actually trying to put in effort to come back because he is working out.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the workouts
the
look a
thing is
little
that
sleazy.
Big Ben is injured every single year. You know, Pardon My Take does that thing where it's like they have a character literally named Big Ben's boot, his walking boot, because he's injured every
He
week.
is injured. Dude, listen, that's a guy who's going to be probably a
He's a
phenomenal.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he's going to be probably a phenomenal coach considering the fact that he spent as much time on the field as he has off the field with the headset on.
That's true.
He's always next to Mike Tomlin.
He's basically coaching already.
Yeah, he was
People
next.
forget that Mike Tomlin's only like what 50 now. He was
Yeah,
the
people
youngest coach to
forget
ever win a Super
how
Bowl.
good Mike Tomlin is.
Mm-hmm.
Like how good of a coach he is. He's been at that organization for years, and literally they had second and third string quarterbacks in this year, and they were doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't terrible. I mean, listen,
The whole Mason Rudolph thing.
yeah.
We're getting short for time though. We don't have to get into the helmet gate though.
No, we don't. If you haven't seen that video, it's the most brutal video on this planet. Myles Garrett literally
How is Myles Garrett doing?
I think he's back. He's back.
He was suspended the whole year, right?
Yeah, and then they had a voting on it, and they were like, yeah, come back. They were like, you're back.
Well, the Browns are just gonna be mediocre forever too.
If Baker...
That division is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a second. I mean, AFC North and AFC East. We're all like, now that the Patriots are gone, it's all
us.
open though.
We could have a good dynasty running in the AFC East. As long as the Patriots don't get a good quarterback.
And they're not for this year, I believe.
I know they're low on cap space, but the thing was, apparently Brian Hoyer said he was coming in for free. That's what he said. He said there was something I heard where he said he's gonna play for like what I think he signed like a 2-year or a 1 year or something, and he said like half the 1 year he's gonna play for free, and the other year he's gonna get paid like something very small.
The last time we played the Patriots without Brady, we won. Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, they played Jacoby Brissett.
When Brady was suspended, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Oh,
and Jacoby
bless me.
Brissett, I hear, is not happy that Phil is with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think if Jacoby, just sticks with the Colts for literally these 2 years, I think Phillip Rivers won't even make it 2 years. To be honest, this is just a take. I feel like Phillip won't make it 2 years. I think he'll make it a year and a half, and they'll be like, oh my God, he's kind of slacking off.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to bring back Jacoby, who will probably look a lot better if he's behind a guy like Phil.
Just to clarify, we're not a full-on sports podcast.
Yeah,
we
not
just
at
keep the
all.
conversation
Yeah,
flowing.
we're just flowing right now.
We just ended up in a half-an-hour NFL discussion out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, listen. First of all, Josh Rosen, please, my good sir, go to the XFL. I don't think you're going to get...
Same with Jameis. We can build a little rivalry.
Correct.
Put Jameis on the Battlehawks and put Josh Rosen on the Guardians and just let it go from there.
Yeah. And also, no, you should go to the Roughnecks, but... Because now they don't have
Are the
P.J.
Roughnecks
Walker. They don't have P.J. walker.
Oh yeah, he got drafted, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, listen, your career's not going to develop in Miami, considering the fact that...
Josh Rosen specifically, we're talking to you.
Yeah,
we're only talking to you, Josh Rosen.
Not Miami fans, because you guys are probably behind your organization going after.
Listen up, Josh.
Yeah,
We got some words for you.
Yeah, bud. Just listen, okay?
I almost got anti-Semitic. That could have been bad.
I'm not your agent, but I'm going to tell you what to do here, bub. He should go to the XFL. He's not going to get playing time here. No other team's going to give him a shot. He's not performing. I think I saw his stats, and he had 1 touchdown for 5 picks.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Terrible.
He's a bum.
It's terrible.
He peaked in college, and he's a bum. He's your classic.
Yeah, you got out
he's
of
your
UCLA.
Classic golden boy. Quarterback bum.
Yeah, you got into UCLA when the Pac-12 was literally dying.
You had a hot tub in your dorm. You ever hear about that? He had a hot tub in his dorm.
Yeah, dude, you're sick, kid. Sick. Anyway, the Pac-12 was literally dying. You got in and looked like a god, and then you got a good pick, and then you didn't really do anything. They drafted Kyler because, he's going to be a god, and he played in, the Big 12, and then you moved to Miami. You didn't really perform well there either when you got the time. Now Miami's really looking for another quarterback to be their franchise. They're going to sit someone behind Fitzpatrick for a year and then bring him in. Preferably, they're probably going to go after Tua Tagovailoa. If not, they're going to try and get Joe Burrow, but they're going to have to give up so much that won't even work. So, Rosen, you're not going to get any playing time in Miami because you'll be a third stringer. So, literally, your only shot to revive any sort of career that you have is the XFL.
That's true.
I think Jameis would go.
I feel like we have to get away from the subject. We're just turning into an NFL podcast
We are.
now.
Really quickly, though. I don't know if Jameis will land anywhere. If he doesn't, he should just go the XFL. Yep. And then, obviously,
Final point.
yeah. I mean, go the XFL, Josh. It's okay, man.
And listen to our podcast, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, listen to our podcast. We say this because we want you
Something
to better
about
yourself.
you, Josh, just makes me want to punch you in the face. I don't know. It's just your face. You got a very punchable face. All right.
Have you
so,
seen that guy with the shaved head? Or the shaved, side?
No.
He has, a square head.
No.
You haven't seen him?
No.
He's on, Instagram.
No.
He's got, a square head.
All right. Well, I got an idea for a subject.
Go ahead.
So we've got
Shoot.
a segment.
Yep.
So one artist that we've been listening to this week, and why you should listen.
Oh, my gosh.
Shoot.
This guy's amazing.
Probably put you on.
Yeah. If we can get you on here, please. Please.
No, I mean I put you on to him.
Yeah, you did. But also, if we could get you on the podcast, that'd be so beautiful.
What's popping?
Yeah.
Ew.
Literally,
I will
what's
never
popping.
say that again.
That was gross.
So
but
Jack Harlow takes the number one pick as Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow is literally going to blow this whole entire rap game up. He's disgustingly good. And it looks like he doesn't even, it literally just flows out of him, it seems like. It seems like every song he does just flows out of him.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Noah, if you're listening to this, Noah's a well-known Jack Harlow hater.
Why?
So, I don't know. Something about him, he just doesn't like him.
That better not be because of his race. Because
Yeah.
that'd
Don't
be
get all racist on it.
Yeah, that'd be messed up.
All right, my pick is going to be Madison Beer. Do you know who she is?
I've heard of her.
Well, let me just show you a picture of her real quick.
Please. I heard she's a good looker. Am I correct?
Oh, she's one to look at. We could put it that way.
So let's see this. But yeah, Jack Harlow is going to light this world on fire. He was already on Jimmy Fallon. Blew it up.
Bam.
Lord.
Let me find the picture in her Halloween costume.
Why does she kind of look... she looks like Zendaya there.
Yeah, she's got I don't know, her skin's got a little light skin thing going on.
It's okay.
But
She looks...
and she can kind of sing too.
She looks very well.
Smoke.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, Madison,
Madison.
Hey.
Hi.
so not to be sexist, but she's pretty good. She can sing. She can sing. We'll give her that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say we sign off for today?
Alrighty.
'Cause
Ladies and gentlemen.
we are at our cap space and we don't want to bore you with all the.
Oh my God!
all the
Almost
details.
55 minutes. We put in work today, everybody.
Yeah, we did.
If you listened, first of all,
You're
we
making
want,
history. You're a part of history if you listen to this.
yeah, we want to
Or
thank.
if you watched.
You know what? We
Yeah.
might even just continue to keep doing this because I keep getting bored.
Yeah, it's nice to just vent.
Yeah, it's nice to just get out and talk.
A little quarantine vent.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you guys got nothing to do, so you might as well just keep doing it
Yeah, if we bored you at all, just give us some suggestions. We'll switch it up.
in the comments.
Give you a couple.
in the
Maybe hit us with a
comments.
FaceTime or something during
Yeah.
the podcast. We'll
Yeah,
get you on.
We'll put stuff through, and we'll get calls going through. Anyway, that's going to be the first episode of Sus Discuss. Chris and Mike, we're signing
Signing
out,
out.
ladies and gentlemen.